Central banks, the money masters behind every crisis. You've heard of the Federal Reserve, maybe the European Central Bank. But what exactly do they do, and who really controls them? Central banks are often called the lenders of last resort. But in reality, they're the quiet architects of every financial boom and every crash. Let's start with the Fed, created in 1913 after a series of brutal bank failures. Its job? Keep the economy stable by controlling interest rates, printing money, and managing inflation. Sounds noble, right? But here's where things get interesting. Central banks don't just react to the economy. They shape it. When COVID hit in 2020, the Fed didn't just lower interest rates. It printed over $4 trillion, pumping cash into markets. Stocks soared. Assets boomed. But so did inflation, a price we're all still paying. And it's not just the US. From Tokyo to London, central banks have become global influencers, deciding who gets credit, who feels pain, and who gets rescued. Here's a little-known fact. Central banks are not fully part of the government. The Fed, for example, is privately owned by member banks, yet sets public policy that impacts all of us. It operates in secrecy, rarely audited, and answers to almost no one. Critics say central banks have too much power. They inflate asset bubbles, reward the wealthy, and manipulate markets under the banner of stability. Some even call them the fourth branch of government, unelected, unchecked, and unstoppable. And here's the biggest twist. When a central bank prints money, it doesn't come from a vault. It's created from thin air. Digits added to a balance sheet that we all eventually pay for. So what can we learn? 1. Central banks are the engine rooms of modern economies, but not always for the people. 2. They can rescue markets, but also quietly distort them. 3. Understanding how money is made is understanding who has power. They don't campaign, they don't advertise, but they influence everything from your rent to your groceries to your job. Central banks aren't just managing money, they're shaping the world. Subscribe for more untold truths about money, power, and the hidden forces running the global economy.